So this is the game between Mikhail Botvinnik, who was world champion, versus Karl Robatsch. White plays c4. Botvinnik starts with c4 and Karl Robatsch, he plays knight f6, knight c3, e6, then d4, d5. Now you will see, if you are seeing a good player's game, how are they playing? They are following the opening principles, starting with king and queen's pawn. Sometimes queen bishop pawn is okay, but don't play the king bishop pawn mostly. Okay, so c cross d5. Okay, but when he captures, then e cross d5. Now bishop g5 development, pinning the knight. Knight is pinned. c6 giving support because there was attack. Of course, there was support. This one is pinned, but still there was a support. But the threat was, what was the threat? I'll tell you. If he capture, and if you capture with the queen, then the knight can capture. So that was the problem. So in that case, if he captures with the bishop, he has to capture with the pawn, and then it would be, double pawn, isolated pawn, or king side open. So he didn't want that, and that's why what did he do? He said, I'll just give a support to this. Now I don't have a problem. So understand why did he play that. E3, simple. Once the bishop is out, now you can play this. The idea is to open the other bishop now and giving support to this as well. Bishop e7, removing the pin and developing the piece, bishop, and preparing to do castle. Queen c2, another developing move. Black makes castle. Bishop d3, the threat is directly over here. So he is going to capture the knight. If he captures with the bishop, then bishop takes pawn. There is a free pawn. Okay, this is a big threat coming up. So you have to give support to the knight with the knight, and that's what he did. Knight b d7. So now, if white plays this, black can capture with this, and then he plays this, then the knight can capture. So now that threat is not there. No problem for black. After this, white continues with knight f3 development. You have to continue your development. Rook e8, another developing move. Then castle, as per the opening principles. Yes, you should do castle as early as possible. What are the reasons? What are the advantages of castle? I told you. Number one, the king becomes safe behind this pawn wall. Second, the rook becomes active. The rook was doing nothing in the corner. What is he doing now? He can come out where the position can be open for that rook. He can get the open file, or the pawn is ahead. So where the rook can do more than in the corner. So knight f8. Now he has given support. So if you capture, he can capture. There is no problem to this one. He is planning to maybe come over here or here. Let's see. Rook a e1. Rook a1. Is that a good idea? Okay, normally what do we think? We get the rook on f2 e1, and this rook we normally play here or here, somewhere on this. But rook a1, if you play, then this rook should have open file. This pawn should move, and then it is okay to have this rook here. Otherwise, this rook should come here. So anyway, let's see why did Botvinnik play rook a1. We need to see. Knight e4, okay, making two attacks on the bishop. Now there are two attacks, 1, 2, and 3, third attack, and only one support. So white has to take decision here. Okay, white can either capture this or capture this. Let's see what did he do. He said, okay, I'll capture this one. This is a good bishop. I don't want to capture this first. Let me exchange. Why is it a good bishop? If you see, all these pawns are on the light square. Okay, if the pawns are on the light square, then the dark square bishop is important because it can go on more squares. So this is a good bishop. Okay, even white bishop is okay because see, if it is out of the pawn chain, then it is okay, good. If it is inside the pawn chain, then it is a bad bishop. So he is okay. This bishop is okay here. But he said, let's exchange. So bishop cross e7, queen cross e7. and then bishop cross e4. So you cannot capture with the queen, as if you take with the queen, there is a knight also. He will not capture with the queen. So you cannot give it. And that's why d cross e4. Now there is attack on this. You can't take it. There are two attacks and two supports. So you cannot take the pawn. So you have to move the knight because there is attack. Though support is there, the points are more. Knight d2, b6, b6. What is the idea? You would like to move the bishop out, and if he gets the chance, he will capture this, or if he plays this to block it, he will exchange the bishop because the bishop is not that good. Okay, when the pawns are on the light square, same color, then the bishop becomes bad because you cannot move on more squares. Okay, the pawns will come in the middle and it will be a passive bishop, not active bishop. So bad bishop. And that's why after b6, queen a4, white understood what is the plan. He says, okay, you want to come here, I made attack. Plus, he made attack on this as well. So queen a4 is fine. Here, black played f5, which is little dubious. Instead of this, he could have played a5. This was better. So he would play this after. He can play this afterwards. Anyway, if he captures this here, what happens? Bishop e7, queen cross b6. It's looking like white has got 2 pawns, but no need to worry. Bishop a6 and he will get his 2 points again. If he play this knight here, then also there are problems. Okay, so knight d e4, he can capture this one. But if he plays this, then what happens? Let's see. Then you can play knight d7 or rook e c8, something like this. And after rook e c8, this rook will come here and it will attack on this, which is good. At least equal. You can see the bar. So that's why we'll go back. f5 was the move for black instead of a5. After that, what happened? Let's see. f3. White wants to activate his rook. I told you why did he play this rook? Because he wanted to move the pawn ahead. He wanted to exchange this and then open the file for this rook. That's why he kept this rook over here. Otherwise, there is no point in moving this rook and not this one. So f3, black captures e cross f3. Now, if white captures this, again he has to move the king and get the rook here. He could do that, there is no problem. But he thought that I will capture with this, and this is okay. This pawn, they have support to each other. Plus the knight can go ahead, which is good. Plus the rook has open file, which is another good thing. And that's why he captured with the knight. Bishop b7. So he thought this is a good diagonal. I'll move the pawn ahead and then I can do something on this side. So bishop b7, then knight e5, idea attacking the f5 pawn. The knight is also placed very good over here. Okay, the threat is to capture this as there is only one support and 2 attacks. Queen e6, giving one more support to this and this. So he saved both the pawns. Now what to do? Queen c2. He says, yes, I want to capture this one. So how to save it? Bishop c8 gave support. Double attack, double support to f5 pawn. And then e4. He says, okay, I want to get it anyway. Yeah, if you exchange, that is okay. I don't know. If he captures, the problem is, what will happen? If f cross e4, rook cross e4. Actually, it's not a big problem. But still white is plus in that position. And here black played little inferior move, queen d6, not that good. So white has got more advantage here. What should he play? Yeah, there is attack on this d1 and then he wants to capture the pawn with the queen and then give check. Plus he would like to capture this one. This is the plan. Okay, but he said no, I will give support to this. He gave support to this one. Then knight e6, idea, one more attack. He's going to capture and then capture this one. That is the plan. But here he plays this one. He says, no, the knight is pinned. Now you can't do it. So queen b3 is good. F cross e4. And then rook f7, which is a good move. Rook f7. What is it doing? It's on the 7th rank, controlling this whole 7th rank. There are more threats coming up soon. So a5, He could have played e3 to save the pawn, but he played a5. So white says, thank you so much. I got a pawn free. Plus, he's making attack on the queen. So it's good. And here, suddenly, black understood that he made a mistake and he's losing. And how is he losing? We will see. What can happen? Here, he resigned actually. Okay, at this point, black has resigned. So how did white win? Let's see. Here, what can you do? First of all, you have to save the queen. So queen d5, and here how is he winning? How is white winning here? Let's see. There is a very interesting move coming up. Sacrifice. Rook cross g7 check. So king cross g7. But first we need to see what will happen if he takes with this. Okay. If he takes knight with the knight, the problem is knight f6 is coming, and there is a fork. Knight is attacking on the king and queen, and the queen is gone after that. He plays, suppose if he plays this king cross, then the queen is coming from the other side. Now queen g3 check, and this is a very dangerous queen now. Okay, attacking on this. So the king cannot even go here, because if you go king h8, then knight f7 checkmate is there. So it's a big problem. And if he comes ahead, of course, you know it will be a checkmate soon. Okay, if he goes on this side, then again knight f7, king here, and then another check, and it's a checkmate. So this is also not working. So what else can you do? Yeah, if he goes on this side, let's see, king f8, then how do you win the game? You can play then rook f1 check. So you involve more pieces into that. Now here the problem is if he goes here, this queen h4 check, okay, is not allowing him to go on this side. So, and this side the knight is there, this side also knight is there, and this side now the whole file is controlled by the rook. The king can't go anywhere. So now what to do? He has to block it by the knight, and he can easily take it. Now only move is this king e6, and then it's a checkmate with the queen, and it's a checkmate. You cannot stop this, and that's why he understood over here that okay, after knight cross e4, this threat, and he's going to capture this. After that, knight f6 is coming. If I'll be here, and that's why he has resigned. Okay, because he can't find any solution to stop this. If you would go somewhere else like queen d8, then also this queen is coming, and there are problems, more and more problems. Like if he plays b5, knight f6 check, you cannot capture as this is pinned. If you take with the queen, the rook is there, and if you go inside, you simply give this check. Pawn has to take, there is no other choice. Queen h3 checkmate.